Hi everyone, welcome back to TerraNest-Space with Riska. Today we are going to explore one of the most powerful features of Google Earth Engine, working with satellite imagery, where we can load, filter, visualize, and even clip the data with a specific area of interest. Before we dive into the code, here's something really cool about Google Earth Engine. This is Earth Engine Data Catalog. It gives you access to a huge data catalog containing satellite images, climate data, land cover maps, population, and much more. You don't need to download everything. It's all available in the cloud and ready to use. In this tutorial, we will use Sentinel-2 imagery to learn how to load the data for a specific area and time, filter by cloud cover, and visualize it using RGB band. Let's go to the script editor. The first step is to load a region of interest. You can use any region of interest. For this tutorial, we will use Kota Denpasar, Bali in Indonesia as our region of interest. So first step is, let's start by loading our region of interest into the Google Earth Engine. To load the shapefile, you can go to the asset in here and then click New and then click Shapefile. Here, you can select the source of the file. In this case, select the relevant file from Kota Denpasar and then open it. You can rename the asset name in here, and then after that, start uploading them. So, you can see under the task here, it will be ingested into Google Earth Engine. It will take a moment depending how big the area of interest. So for this tutorial, we already load the data earlier into the Google Earth Engine. So you can see under this asset, we already have this Kota Denpasar in here. So we just need to load it into the script editor with simple way. Okay, now we already import it as a variable table in here. So to centralize the map view, we can click in here, map, center object. In this case, we put as table the variable name of our region of interest, and then let's start with a zoom view 12. And then if you run it, the map view will change into and center in the Denpasar area where we have this region of interest. And then for step 2 in here, so let's load the Sentinel image collection. So we will load the Sentinel-2 image collection, and this includes many satellite images taken over our region of interest during a specific date range. First, let's create a new variable. We're loading this satellite imagery. Let's see as Sentinel-2 in here, and then click image collection, and then you can browse Sentinel 2, and then you can copy it to have it as the data. So in here, you see this is the data that we want to load. You can copy this one and then just put it in here. Now we have this Sentinel, and we want to filter it with a specific area, in this case Denpasar. So we need to type filter bonds in here, so to tell the variable we only want to load it within the Denpasar area. Okay, and then we can specify what time that we want to use in this analysis. for example, with the filter date, we can specify, for example, from 2022 July, and then until, but spread it with the comma in here, 2023 May, for example. So please make sure you have year, and then month, and then day format for the filtering. And then next is we need to do the cloth filtering. This is to define how much the cloth that we want to have, or we allow to have in our maps. So for Sentinel, we need to write the filter as cloudy pixel percentage, like this, and then specify, for example, in here, let's put it as 20 maximum. Okay, and then yeah, so we already have this filtering. And next is to do the mosaic for this image. We can create a new variable and put it as variable mosaic image in here. And then we wanted to do the mosaic for this sentinel, for this variable s2 in here. So that means s2.mosaic in here. We can do the clip right away in here as well, and put it clip, and then specify the region, which mean we will use again the table in here. And okay, here, so we have mosaic image s2 mosaic.clip table. Then we need to define the visualization parameter. So let's say we create a new variable with vis params in here, and then we define it. So for example, we want to have the red, green, and blue band, and to define it in here, it means we are choosing band 4, and then band 3, and then band 2, B2, and then for minimum we can set it as 0, and then for maximum we can set it for 3000, for example. And then in here put it. Okay, let's check if you are missing something. Far face params, and then okay, this is single quotation in here, and then 0. Okay, here maximum. Okay, then we can start visualizing the layer. We can add the layer with this add layer, and then we call the map, in this case is mosaic image variable, and then we are using the vis params in here, and we can name it as sentinel 2 RGB, for example. And then we can also add or visualize the region of interest distant pasar with map add layer, and then put it table in here, and then we define the color, for example, okay, color, and then we put it as red, like this, and then we name it as OI then pasar. Okay, okay, and then okay, we still have the warning in here, so let's see if you are missing something. Map, add layer, table, color red. Oh, okay, we forget to close this one. And then okay, here we need to delete this one. Okay, here we go. We can save it, and then we run it. So you can see now it's loading. Okay, here we can see, okay, here we can see that this is the red one is the agent of interest. We can select here if you want to make it appear or not, and then the last one is sentinel to RGB in here. It's visualized in here. So the variable in here can be changed depending on what we want. So for example, in here you can select the date, and then for let's say we want to change the cloth in here to minimize it to 15%, and then we run it again. Okay, this is okay, now it's a bit different with the new map, with the new filtering, but basically we can play in here with the percentage and also the date filtering depending what do we need. Okay, so so this is for today. This is a simple tutorial on how to load and filter and clip it with the specific region of interest. And in the next tutorial, we will show you how to remove the clothes more effectively using the cloth masking technique. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop your question in the comment below. Thank you everyone. Have a good day.